Ladies, I'm here on the show, and I'm here to talk about number 3 Oregon beating number 2 Ohio State 32-31 reaction. A really exciting thing. Probably second best game this year behind Alabama and Georgia. But it was a very fun, competitive matchup. But what a game. I mean, congrats to Oregon on a huge win, because I didn't think there was a chance to. I thought this would be an easy Ohio State win, really. I wasn't sure about Oregon because had a really slow start. Even though they were winning games, they weren't like dominating. But the players stepped up when it mattered most for Oregon. And Gabriel and his weapons delivered. Oregon's the real deal, and now we know after some easier opponents and home games that Ohio State's still a very good team. They'll drop a few spots, but I still think they're one of the top teams in the country. This game shouldn't hurt them that much. And there was an offensive PI. That was a clear off the PI. It's unfortunate that any team had to lose such a wonderful game here. But that $12 million penalty hurt Ohio State more than Oregon. But that's low-key genius, because time off the clock and more coverage versus a 5-yard penalty. That was a hell of a game, back and forth between these two teams. But you know, Ryan Day, man, it's just sometimes his teams, can't get those big wins against these big teams. But everything was great for Oregon tonight offensively. I thought the running game, the passing game, everything's great. Dylan Gabriel, 23-34, 341 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. 370 total yards, 3 total touchdowns. He was great. He showed the fuck out tonight. And I thought Ohio State was gonna blow out Oregon. I was completely wrong about this game. James was great as well running the football. And it's a tough inning for Will Howard tonight, but he and Dylan Gabriel put on a show because the two QBs went a combined 51-69, 667 total yards, 6 touchdowns. In a wild win. Gabriel looks like a Heisman favorite, and Howard looks like a guy who will grow from this loss. Both I thought were really impressive. But that's why Dylan Gabriel was Ryan Day's first choice in the portal, because the dude plays amazing. He's an amazing quarterback, all the way back from, I believe, from UCF. I think he played for UCF before. He was really good for Oklahoma, I thought. And Dylan Gabriel takes down Ohio State in the same day that OU scored 3 points. Dan Lanning's first win against a top 5 opponent. Dylan Gabriel was the difference maker. And against the top-ranked defense in the country. Like, he played excellent. Jordan James, he was really good as well. Dylan Gabriel got a lot of the talk, but Dylan Gabriel also had 4 for 32, 1 touchdown. But Jordan James, 23 runs, 115 yards, 5.0 per carry, 1 touchdown. Jordan James was great. Like, the Ducks now moved to 6-0. And I was told Dan Lanning can't win a big game for Oregon because, they've been struggling to win big games. But they did it tonight. And Will Howard, dude. I mean, for as much as I talked about how good he played, he pulled a Dak Prescott. I think he slid with like 6 seconds of time ran, or however many seconds of time ran out. He played really well, but man, Will Howard, dude, what the hell are you doing? I mean, he played a hell of a game. I mean, yeah, it's not really his fault. Yeah, it looks dumb as fuck. But Ryan Day didn't know the rules. He lost 7 seconds, and he thought 6 seconds was enough to run a play, get down, call timeout. Plus, he had them in position to kick a game-winning field goal, and the wide receiver got a 15-yard penalty. So, OSU probably won't fall far in the rankings because they only lost by 1. But this was a hell of a back-and-forth game. You gotta give a big congrats to Oregon. I mean, that's a brutal way to lose, though. But Will Howard played an incredible game. He's a college kid. Mistakes happen. Great win for Oregon. Ohio State will still control its own destiny to get to the college playoffs. But there's no excuses for this loss for Ohio State. You just gotta give all the credit to Oregon. awful defense from Ohio State all night from how they played to start the year. They were just completely out of sorts in key spots on offense. Terrible situational awareness. They deserve to lose. Ohio State I wouldn't say needed to win this game, but could have proved a point, but it didn't happen tonight. And they fought till the end. Like, let's look at their stats here. Will Howard, he was 28 of 35, 326, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. But man, that's such a brutal way to end the game. He slid on 3rd and 20. There was no time left. 0 on the clock. QB with 0 awareness right there. He played great all game. But I don't know, he didn't go down and Oregon ended up freaking winning. He was worried about trying to get enough yards to make a field goal. Well, buddy, you took off with like 3 seconds. Why the hell did you slide? By the time there was 6 seconds. By the time he took off, there was like 3 seconds. So by the time you slid down, you weren't gonna have enough time. I mean, yeah, he tried to make a play at the end. He played flawlessly for most of the game, but that was a terrible play, I thought. Evan Stewart, 7 catches, 149 yards, 1 touchdown for Oregon. Terrence Ferguson, 4 catches, 62 yards. Tash Johnson, 7 catches, 75 yards and a touchdown. And Trayshawn Holden, 1 catch, 32 yards. I believe Oregon made the field goal that took the lead. As for Ohio State, Trayvon Henderson played really well. 10 runs, 87 yards, 8.7 yards per carry. Great game from Trayshawn Henderson. Quinshon Judkins, though, has kind of been disappointing for this team, man. 11 runs, 23 yards, 2.1 a carry, 1 touchdown. Will Howard had a rushing touchdown, 3 total touchdowns, but Quinshon Judkins has been kind of disappointing so far for Ohio State. Jeremiah Smith, 9 catches, 100 yards, 1 touchdown. Really great game from Jeremiah Smith, man. He had an offensive pass interference called on him late in this game. I mean, I don't know, because how was they pass interference within 5 yards, but they give the defender 5 yards, but not the receiver, though? Because I don't know about that call, because I feel like the defender kind of engaged first. But I mean, I guess it is as obvious, though. I don't know. I mean, it's a 50-50 call. I mean, the defender engaged contact, and it was within 5 yards. I guess it's fair game, but yeah, the defense didn't play well enough for them to win. Like, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, that cost them, but it shouldn't have come down to that one play. They should have done more to go and win that game besides that one call. Emeka Egbuka, 10 catches, 93 yards, and a touchdown. He's going to be an NFL caliber receiver, man. They still remain NFL caliber guys. Jeremiah Smith and Emeka Egbuka. G. Scott Jr., 3 catches, 46 yards. Is this the first name? G? Oh, yeah, he's the original G. Quinshon Judkins, 2 catches, 38 yards. Carnell Tate, or should I say, Andrew Tate, 1 catch, 13 yards. Will Kakmarak, 1 catch, 32 yards. But yeah, Oregon improves to 6-0. Ohio State drops to 5-1, 32-31 your final score. But yeah, Oregon deserved to win this game. This was a hell of a college football game, man. This come down the final drive, and I don't know. Oregon should be maybe. I think Oregon will be ranked 2nd in the next AP poll, or they could jump to number 1. We'll see. But it's just Ohio State's inability to clutch up in the final man of a football game the last few years has just become too predictable. Like, they never score when it comes down to the last minute when they're losing. But Oregon was the better team tonight. This Buckeyes team has defensive issues that must be fixed, because I don't know if their defense is going to be. If their defense is going to play like this, I don't know if they're going to be a championship team. Can it fix itself? Can they fix it? Yes. But we won't know until maybe they play whoever their next good team they play is. Maybe Nebraska. Penn State's going to be a big matchup. Indiana. But yeah, 32-31 is your final score here from Eugene, Oregon. So yeah, hell of a back and forth game this year. I'd say the second best game of the year so far. It's been a hell of a day, man. So many good games. So yeah, that's really all I say here. So leave a like, subscribe for more checks. I'm out. Peace. I'll see you guys for the LSU Oregon recap on the the LSU Ole Miss recap on the